What is going on with Xbox at the minute? I'm sitting down for this video because it's actually quite a serious topic. If you didn't know, Xbox is currently going through some sort of new rebranding thing that they're doing. It's all rumors at the minute, but Phil Spencer is going to come out with a brand new press conference or whatever they're going to do and reveal the future of Xbox again. They keep doing this. It's such a weird business decision. Let's talk about it. Right, first off, let me give you some context on my thought process at the minute. Xbox has been struggling since 2013. I think we can agree on that, right? The reveal of the Xbox One back in 2013 was an absolute disaster on pretty much every front. Marketing, actual product, their fan base, their customers' loyalty in a lot of ways, and with how anti-consumer the Xbox One really was. I think a lot of people forget how anti-consumer that product was. They weren't going to let you sell your games, so you couldn't buy them pre-owned for cheaper. They wanted you to constantly log into your Xbox for security purposes. They didn't roll back the whole online multiplayer things. You had to pay for online multiplayer when we all thought they were going to go back on that to kind of get on PlayStation's level, but instead they doubled down on that. The reveal of the Xbox, for some reason, was more focused on TV than actual games, which honestly is the one thing from that reveal that stayed the same. You see, it's 2024 now. It's been 11 years. 11 years, and the Xbox brand has still not recovered. It still hasn't recovered. There's still so many conversations around the state of Xbox. What is the future of Xbox? Despite how many times they've tried to reinvigorate their fan base, to make them come back, to get everyone back on Xbox and fuck PlayStation, right? But it never worked. So Phil Spencer came up with this brilliant idea. It's called Xbox Game Pass. Game Pass was basically a subscription service that you can pay for on Xbox and PC, and you get a selection of AAA games and Xbox first-party games like Halo, Forza Motorsport, etc., etc. That was a pretty good idea. Unfortunately, it hasn't quite been profitable for him, apparently. That's according to Phil Spencer himself. Why he would say that, I don't know. That was his attempt when he was brought in to fix the Xbox brand, to get people to come back to Xbox because of how good of a deal Xbox Game Pass was. But it didn't sell consoles. At least it did for a while, and then it slowly died down. And that leads us to 2024. This current year. If you're watching it in 2026 or 7, 8, 9, how you doing? Hopefully the future's better, unless we're all dead. I don't know, maybe a meteor hit us or something, I don't know. So the rumors are right now that Phil is going to be making an announcement about the future of Xbox, which is going to involve essentially completely ripping out all exclusivity of Xbox. They're going to be bringing their franchises, big ones, I'll talk about them in just a second, to PlayStation. What? What? Confusing, I know. And they're kind of moving away from the console market. There was a little announcement today that I saw on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and they've revealed that Game Pass is not going to be called Xbox Game Pass anymore. It's going to be called Microsoft Game Pass. What? Now, there's been a couple of, theories and rumors, etc., etc., but I'm going to just talk about what I think is pretty much going to be a fact. Phil Spencer is not doing some sort of press conference or reveal or some sort of event without some big fucking decisions being made. So I truly believe this. Xbox is going third party. Game Pass, or a version of it, is going to PlayStation, and all their exclusives, Halo, Gears of War, man, it's been so long since I played Gears of War, man. Not 5. I liked 5, actually. If you liked 5, let me know. But basically, all their big franchises, maybe 1 or 2 will stay exclusive, we don't know yet, are going to be going to PlayStation. That's not good. Why is it not good? Come on, more people get to play Xbox games, right? They reach bigger player bases. I agree with you. That is actually a good thing. That's why PC is so good, because PC has the ultimate selection of games. Plus, you've got emulators, and you can actually play games that are older than 20 years, unless they get delisted. That's a whole different topic. But the reason this is a bad thing is competition. Competition is absolutely vital to people or businesses or anything in life to improve. It's vital. If there's no competition, why improve? YouTubers, their content improves against the competition. That's just the way it is. Well, I'm speaking for other people, I'm not speaking for myself. My content stays the same. But without competition, there's just no incentive to improve. So all we're going to be getting now is the Sony exclusives and the Nintendo exclusives, unless some big company comes out of the blue and just absolutely fucks the industry and just takes everything, just takes over. It's not going to happen. Well, I mean, it may happen. Disney's talking about it. But without competition, games their quality, the consoles, the prices. Without competition, it's all gonna get worse. The Activision Blizzard deal with Microsoft was already kind of pushing it. Once they got access to Call of Duty, Prototype, some of the older Spider-Man games, although the rights I think is a bit iffy, the Transformers games, the War for Cybertron, Fall for Cybertron, these big games that were actually really popular. Once Microsoft got access to them, bang, boom. That's all of that stuff is exclusive to Xbox. And now they're gonna throw it all onto a third party. Why are you doing this? You paid 69 billion. 69 billion. Billion. You, me, we're not even gonna make a billion. Our fucking next 10 generations probably aren't gonna make a billion, at least if you account for inflation. The amount of money is insane, and they're just throwing it to PlayStation. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's confusing. It's pissing me off. And the most confusing part for me is that Xbox are finally in a position to actually kind of dominate the market. They've got a couple of exclusives coming out. Indiana Jones, exclusive to Xbox. Hellblade 2, exclusive to Xbox. Fable, exclusive to Xbox. The Forza games, exclusive to Xbox. The Gears of War franchise, exclusive to Xbox. Xbox has more franchises that are currently popular or were popular recently than Sony does. Sony has what? God of War? Spider-Man? Spider-Man's a pretty big one. Horizon? Who cares about Horizon? Let's be honest. Horizon, I like the games, but they're not big franchise potential. Most people don't really care that much. And what else you got? Days Gone, sequel got cancelled. Death Stranding, the majority of people don't like Death Stranding, I'll tell you that. The majority casual gamers do not like Death Stranding for obvious reasons. It's a walking simulator. If you're a postman, you don't want to be playing as a postman or Amazon delivery driver, do you? Just saying. There's not much else, maybe Ratchet and Clank, but there really isn't a lot of competition if Microsoft actually got off their asses and made some fucking video games. They're a video game company. Xbox. I know Microsoft's a bit different. It's, Microsoft's the biggest company in the world. But you get what I'm saying? The Xbox division, they're game makers. They make video games. That's how they make their money. You get what I'm saying? And they're finally in a position to make an actual impact in the industry. And they're just gonna throw it all away in the next week. It's so confusing. I don't understand the business move. I was thinking about it. I was just like, what's the long-term goal here? Make money off Sony? Or eventually just piss off from the Xbox brand because they want to go into cloud or something? And ditch Xbox itself and then create a different games division? I don't know. It just seems like such a waste after a decade of people waiting for Xbox to finally get off their ass and actually start making games again rather than trying to be the jack in a box, you know what I mean? The company that does everything. TV, music, games, movies, etc. There was no point doing all that. It's a games console. It plays fucking games. And they didn't make any games. So, I wanted to ask you a question really quick, actually. In the comments, let me know, if you were in Phil Spencer's position, what would you do? Just have a think about it. Obviously, if you don't want to, if it's too much effort, don't bother. Just have a think about it. What would you do in Phil Spencer's position? Would you stay exclusive? Would you keep the exclusives and just pray for the best and just keep going? Not the best business strategy, praying, but sometimes it works. Or would you do what Phil's doing right now? Or claiming, or apparently doing? I think that'd be very interesting. Because me personally, I'd stick with the exclusives route. It worked for Sony, it's gonna work for Xbox, especially with the amount of IPs they have that they can just put developers on and make games. Fuck me, they have Halo. The only reason Halo is not successful at the minute is because 343 fucked up the foundation. They fucked Halo 4 up, they fucked Halo 5 up, let's be honest. And Halo Infinite was meant to be the return to the form, and they made a free-to-play multiplayer game, and they sold a fucking 5-hour campaign for 70 quid, or 60 quid, or whatever it was. Terrible strategy. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's why Halo sucks right now. And I actually kind of like Halo. I thought it was on the comeback, but it died, because Halo Infinite apparently has been cancelled. But I think the next couple years are going to be absolutely vital to the industry. It's not going to be like... it's not going to be like every other generation where a new generation comes out and Xbox and PlayStation fight for the spotlight. Nintendo can go and do their own niche thing, whatever they're doing these days. Mario, Zelda, all those games. When's the last time Nintendo came out with like a new IP, by the way? I think that maybe Nintendo should do that. I'd like a new IP, I can't lie. But it's not going to be like every other generation this time. In the next 4 years, something like that, the next PlayStation is going to be announced. The next the next Nintendo console gets announced like this year or something, right? Wasn't there going to be like a Nintendo Switch 2 or something? I don't know. I don't follow Nintendo that much. But Xbox, I think, is going to be missing. I don't even think they may be making another console for the next generation that's coming in 4 years. But after that, I think they're done. If they cannot get people to buy those consoles to make some decent revenue off those consoles, why would they keep making them? It's been over a decade. If you in your life could make every financial mistake possible for 10 years and get off scot-free and just disappear to a new job, you know, you'd probably make that choice after a decade of failing. There's only so much a one man can take, man, and I'm pretty sure Phil's struggling. He's got to be struggling. But who knows what's really going to happen, you know what I mean? I'm just a dude sitting here talking about fucking Twitter rumors, innit? But we'll see what happens. The reveal obviously will be coming in, I think it's next week, then it's going to be revealed, whatever their plan is. And if it is anything like the rumors suggest, Xbox are going to be in a serious bad position, to be honest with you, because if they give their exclusives over to Sony, who holds all the cards? It's Sony. Sony gets to deal the cards. And you bet your fucking ass Sony's going to cheat. They're going to cheat. And I'm sure Microsoft's probably figured that out by now, and they've got a plan for it or some shit if they do it. But hey, if Sony doesn't cheat, fair play to them. But they will. They will cheat. It's Sony. Come on. Anyway, what do you think? It's a shorter video. I'm planning to do a new schedule for the channel. I want to make videos on Tuesday and I want to make videos on Friday. So there'll be 2 videos a week. And that way I can kind of actually get some strategic goals with the channel rather than just uploading random videos like the Last of Us video I just did. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Stick with the Sticky Man by subscribing. I really appreciate that. If you have already subscribed, you know what I'm going to say. I love you. Thank you very much. Stick with the Sticky Man. I'm under your bed. Check under your bed. And if you want more content like this, stick around. Cheerio. Bum bum